Hello everyone, welcome back to Critics News with more update on as it take they go. It's because of some other things that we've been engaging. That's why we've not been able to be following up, but we are working towards making everything balance. Easy, Sha. And going straight to the reason why we are here today, they say that the AGF, which is the Attorney General of the Federation of Nigeria, Abubakar Malami, is using EFCC to victimize people, especially in the Igbo. You guys could remember that they placed the governor of Anambra State, the current governor, which is Willie Obiano, on watch list of EFCC. And I said, who did that? It is Malami. He has advised the EFCC to put him so that, because it seems that the man, Abga, it seems that those people are not giving up, or they are not allowing the APC government to fully control them. If not that they are devilish themselves. At least Anambra State is supposed to be heaven. It's supposed to be an eye-opener to other states to learn from, since it is not APC or PDP. But out of mumurism, they have failed to develop that state. So I want to use this opportunity and what will I call it? To tell the incoming governor, which is Professor Charles Soludo, to do the needful. Do not follow the ways of the Fulani people who doesn't like development. Develop Anambra State. At least that is not APC, neither is EPDP. So that when people see APGA somewhere else, we will rush them. It is example that we make people to love you. It is what Mazen Namdekano did that made people to follow him. So if you are not doing the same thing, it is going to be a problem. People are going to, despise you for that. You understand? Let's go straight. Let me see. Malami denies using EFCC to victimize Obiano, but he's lying here. Loriro, we don't trust him. The Minister of Justice and the Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, has debunked allegations that he's seeking political vengeance against Anambra State Governor, Mr. Willie Obiano. The minister stated that contrary to the claims of Anambra State government, he doesn't influence the activities of agencies and institutions under his ministry. But that's a lie. The same way Buhari is influencing everything in the country is the same way this one is influencing the people under him. He added that he discharges his constitutional duties without sentiment or political prejudice. Now lie. Only Fulani people are in power. All the authorities now belongs to the Fulani. Yes, that he will discharge bomb. Malami made the submission in a reaction at the allegation by the Anambra State government State Commissioner for Information, Don Adinoba, who accused him of using his office against Governor Willie Obiano. Specifically, Malami has been alleged to be one of the one pushing the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, to go after Obiano for political reasons. Adinoba made the allegation on Thursday evening during a TV interview in which he accused Malami as being the individual sponsoring the EFCC against Malami as a form of political vengeance after it emerged that the EFCC had reportedly placed the Anambra State Governor, Mr. Willie Obiano, on its watch list, directing the Nigerian Immigration Service to keep an eye on him ahead of the expiration of his tenure in case he wants to travel outside. I've been asking this traveling of outside. Is outside heaven? It is because you people are all failures and bunch of I don't know how to the name to call all of you. That makes you go outside. Every one of you outside. You want to go outside. As if outside is heaven where people are supposed to go, or paradise. You cannot build your country. This Malami, the last time they were interviewing him, he was in, is it Atlanta, America, where there is light, where there is train, where things are working, where there is road. It's a very big shame. These people are shameless. They no get shame. If you have shame, you will build your country. Let Oyibo people come to your country and learn. But no single sense, human being sense, it eluded them. Ye people. Now, however, the minister's media aide, Omar Gwandu, has rubbished the claims by the Anambra State Commissioner as a flimsy excuse coming from a jittery mind. It is important to state that the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice neither interferes with nor dictates the operations of any of the federal government agencies, institutions that he statutorily supervises. Gwandu stated in a statement which came in response to an inquiry by the cable on the matter. Such agencies have the mandate to discharge their responsibilities in compliance with the extant laws. To suggest that Abubakar Malami's son, in his personal or official capacity as Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, teleguide certain operations is tantamount to shadow chasing, flimsy excuses, and concussions of jittery mind. It is on the record that past and serving politically exposed persons, regardless of political inclination or party affiliation, are being invited by investigation agencies in order to bear their cross of infractions committed. I'm not saying that Willie Obiano is not a looter. All of them are involved, including the Malami. So he should also place himself on watch list. He should just write his name and give to EFCC and say, please, so watch me anytime I'm going out of this country. Make sure you draw me back because I have looted and so that is it. But I hope these our people will learn, because there is no mercy in what these people are going to do to them. I have a video from what do you call him? Our brother Baba Dino Melaye, where he has come out to say that the Buhari's money and all this money that they want to borrow, that is an act of fraud. I'm gonna listen to him before I go to Nigeria Labour Congress. I think not okay.
12 months in a year, that means federal government will be dashing out 2.4 trillion naira. 5,000 monthly to 40 million Nigerians will amount to 200 billion, and that's 200 billion times 12 will give you 2.4 trillion naira every month. Meanwhile, what we are deducting or what we are spending on subsidy annually now is 1.8 trillion naira. So if you want to rescue the country by the removal of subsidy because we are spending too much, you want to replace 1.8 trillion with 2.4 trillion. Then where are we going as a country? Where are we going as a nation? The hypocrisy is too enormous. So I call on the Buhari administration to keep its 5,000 naira and remove subsidy if you want to remove subsidy, and look for more innovative, intellectually mobile strategies of taking us out of the woods. This is just a typical interpretation that the government have lost a sense of direction, they have no intellectual mobility, they are intellectually stagnant, and they cannot devise other strategic economic means of reviving our economy and creating employment and taking us out of the doldrum. Anyway, a country that has fought for close to 6, 7 to 10 years insecurity, and they've not found any solution to it. So I call on Nigerians to reject this initiative of 5,000 naira, because it is another way to make some elite in this country richer. It is another way to create looting funds for some individuals, and they will steal the money. The masses that the money is meant for will not get it, because we don't have the data to even exercise these procedures. We have no legitimate means of even reaching 40 million Nigerians. There's nothing. There's no data. There is no banking process. There is no technology or even the wherewithal to execute these projects they are claiming. So I call on Nigerians to reject the 5,000 naira, because you are just replacing 1.8 trillion with 2.4 trillion. And the burden at the end of the day.
All right, una don hear. Did you hear him? Which is this one that the Nigeria Labour Congress is also complaining about. Now, what did the Nigeria Labour Congress said about this 5,000? They say, why pay 5,000 naira and subject me to perpetual suffering? Nigeria Labour Congress reject proposed fuel price hike. The Nigeria Labour Congress has rejected the proposed 5,000 naira transport allowance the federal government has proposed to give 40 million poor Nigerians when the subsidy on petroleum motor spirit, which is PMS, is removed in February 2022. In a statement released, Ayuba Waba, the president of the NLC, said the federal government had refused to negotiate with the Congress before concluding on removing the fuel subsidy and increasing fuel pump price. He accused the federal government of adopting a monologue in arriving at its conclusion on subsidy removal, stressing that it will continually reject deregulation that is anchored on the importation of product. Waba stressed that any attempt to compare the price of petroleum in Nigeria to other countries will be set on a faulty premise, as such a comparison will be akin to comparing apples to mango. So this is it, and they made a lot of statements concerning this dubious proposal that the Obonko in Asorok, they just want to crumble this economy. They say they want to give 5,000 naira each to 40 million Nigerians, which is what Dino Melai, although that one they use in home looting, they buy motor. In community, your community, Dino Melai, though you said something reasonable, but you're also a looter. Your community does not have road. Okay, but you come here to rant. And what I'm saying is that Buhari wants to give 5,000 naira. Since I've been to in Nigeria, we were very poor and poor. My papa, mama, they struggle, they don't get money. Don't let them get money. So upon all this money that they have been sharing, they have never given a dime. In fact, people in my what is community? If in my state entirely has never received. Imo State has not received a dime. Abia, no way. Enugu, Afubem. Anambra, no way. What do you call a River State self? I'm not sure anybody poor from there has received a dime since the federal government said that they have been feeding poor people and they have been distributing money to poor people. What they do is to loot it, dash some to bandits, some people in the north, and that is the end of it. They will never give you anything. At the end of the day, they tell you that they have disbursed this money and they want to remove fuel subsidy. They want to give 5,000 naira allowance. How much is 5,000? Money when people go chop, begin they suffer, they trek, they die. Mona, in fact, Nigeria is a place of game. They will use us. Go tire. Let me see you guys on the next one. Let me know your own reasoning or what you think about what they are about to do in this country to destroy Nigeria. Divide the country. We don't want all this on a yeye plan, failed plan, Buhari and Malami, Nandi Otiana de Kaba. They no one do them. All right. I will let me know what you think about it. Whether you prefer 5,000 naira to the fuel subsidy that they want to remove now in 2022. Thank you. Wow.